Hi, how are you? It's been a while. Um, it's been a tense while. A part of diagnosis that I'm realizing is is that memories will come flooding back. The sheer ton of it felt like a tsunami, really. Like things like little details I would remember about my life that were where I knew something was wrong, and I couldn't figure it out. And I was in the entire time that I was doing that, I was in um, survival um, trauma response. And some things have come to light that I don't know how to speak about, so I need time for that. But the thing that I want to really look at today for myself and to share today is that in moments like this, it's very easy to think that I'm making shit up in my head, because that's something that I was told I did. I was had a great imagination. I did, but there were a lot of things that happened that were real, that where I wasn't dreaming, where I wasn't making things up. I knew something was wrong and I couldn't put my finger on it. And to go through all of those things in my life and realizing that I wasn't crazy, I was just so super aware of it. Like I knew something was going on. I could feel like if something was hanging in the air, I knew it. It wasn't my imagination. I knew something was going on, and I wasn't wrong about it. And I just want to say to anybody who is diagnosed, who's getting a diagnosis, who's where just all of those layers of feeling like you're crazy and feeling like you're making shit up. Like even when it comes up, it feels like I'm making stuff up, and it's not. It actually happened. It is traumatizing, and it was re-traumatizing. That's why I haven't posted for 2 weeks. It's just a lot of that stuff came up, and you realize people aren't who they seem to be, and you knew who they were, but you kind of hid it. Like you kind of sort of put it away, thinking that you were making stuff up in your head again, but you weren't. You know a psychopath when you see one. You know an asshole when you see one. You know a kind person when you see one. And you know how to keep your distance. Most of the time. There was one particular one that I actually didn't think was was, you know, a dumbass, but turned out to be. But there have been some that have been heinous. The realization that what I was seeing was real, what I noticed was real, was a big aspect of it. And I'm actually learning how to trust myself again around people, in terms of trusting myself and trusting what I knew. But if there's one thing that this entire thing has taught me, it is to fight. It is that me as a fighter is not a bad thing. Fighting for what I know is true, fighting for what I believe, fighting for what is, and to never ever buy that BS that I am crazy, that I'm making stuff up, that I'm just looking for drama. There is one instance, and I'm still processing it. It's only shown up in the past couple of days. I haven't really spoken about it in therapy. But there's a lot of trauma related to that. This is how CPTSD or complex PTSD shows up in a person who has undiagnosed autism. This is how it shows up. It's where you thought you might have been crazy, but you weren't. But there was suffering, and maybe it's just about acknowledging it. And in those situations, even when people try to make me crazy, people make try people try and say you're making things up. I know I'm not. I know it happened. I saw the effects of it. I saw it with my own eyes. And I felt it in my body. And so I think a lot of these videos, especially when I'm talking about autism and my experience with autism, it's going to be a lot of me having to talk a little bit about the trauma that came with it. This channel, me talking about these things, is not for everyone, and I understand. But if you're one of those people who is late diagnosed, who is still dealing with some trauma or the other, one, we're not alone. There are a lot of people in the world who, with autism going undiagnosed, did have a lot of trauma. And it isn't just the simplest of small traumas of just like sensorial stuff, which is big. Sometimes there are things so much bigger that it takes a while for the brain to process. And my brain is like a dog with a bone. If I need to fight something, I won't stop. I'm unstoppable. And I'm learning to embrace that. And as exhausted as I am today after realizing everything, and as uncomfortable as it all is, and realizing there's so many feelings, like literally feelings within my body, like the interoception and the alexithymia of the emotions I was feeling throughout that time. I'm only just beginning to process it. And even then, I'm not even close. I'm barely 1% in. And to anybody who's in that situation, please know you're not alone. Please know that you are not crazy, and that what you are feeling with your body, what you are sensing in your mind, it's true. It is happening. You're not crazy. And in your life, if you can find one person who will believe you, go to them. And if you can be there for somebody who is believing whatever, who will believe what that person says, please be that. We all need one person to believe in us, to believe that those bad things happened. And if you need someone like that, you can reach out to me. I'm more than happy to do that. I'll put my email address um, in the notes and stuff. I'm sorry about my hair. I literally just woke up because it's it runs through my head and I can't sleep, and I'm so hyper focused on getting to the bottom of it. That's another thing about autism that I'm embracing, is that I'm not going to quit. I'm really not going to quit when it comes to me. Ooh, sorry about the bike. And that's not a bad thing. I'm hoping now that the sort of the bad memories and stuff like that are coming up, that now I'm that some of the good memories that sort of slipped through the cracks are sort of were also sort of caught up in all of these memories. Like they just all, you know, like what is that, baby with the bathwater kind of situation. I hope that I can remember those now, because I would like that too. And I'm more bound and determined to have more fun now, taking like really realizing what I enjoy. I've started crocheting. I've always wanted to do that and I didn't. Um, that was because there was someone who thought crochet was only their thing. Um, and I used to feel like I want my own thing, but I don't really care. Started crocheting again. Actually, I've started crocheting for the first time, and I'm really enjoying it. I'm just doing the double knot, the single crochet because I just really enjoy that. It's so peaceful. Oh damn it! I wish I had it with me. Okay, just hold on. This is again. This is me doing a one shot. I'm not editing, so give me a minute. Here we go. I made this. It's my own design. I kind of, I don't know. I think the word is MacGyvered it, but this here, here you go. Look at that. And then I can just roll this up like this, and then tie it up. There's my little bag fit. I'm trying to see if I can. I'm just like knitting something. I'm sorry, crocheting. I don't know why I keep saying knitting. I'm like crocheting this right now because I just like the double. I'm not good at the edges yet, but that's okay. This is only my second project, but I'm trying something out. I'm trying to see if I can like make it such that I can put two skeins of yarn so that it doesn't get mixed up and it doesn't roll away. I don't know how to do that yet, but I just enjoy doing this. And I'm learning, like in the first one I didn't learn how to keep that tension, that or how to keep it tight or loose, but in this I think I've done a pretty decent job because it's not curling as much as I thought it would. So sometimes it's okay to sort of go through the bad stuff because there is good stuff like that. It's the small simple joys. It's those little serotonin boosts. It's those little moments, those little joys. And I know I don't sound very happy right now, but I'm getting there. It's mixed because there are moments of joy and there are moments of complete and utter despair. Moments where I still wonder, like, did that really happen? But I know it did. I know it did. And now I'm all about getting to the bottom of things and making sure that the people involved in that realize that I know, that someone knows, and that many people will know. I guess that's my day. I hope you have a nice day. Stay caffeinated when you can, and I'll see you guys next week. Thank you.